is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, January 20th, 2016. Go! Go! And good morning to you all this lovely Wednesday morning, 20th January 2016. Here are your news and I, 0 to 9 top story at 8:40 in the morning time. Is in Islamabad, Pakistan, where militants raided the University of North West Pakistan on Wednesday determined to detect under survey at the school and ensure maximum casualties. The only two leading Republicans who have both run for the White House and started in their own reality television shows stood side by side in Iowa Tuesday night funded the series of 2016 Republican primary nomination away from the establishment. Goldman Sachs Corporate fourth quarter revenue beat analysts estimates as fees of advising that mergers jumped 27%. A volunteer for Red Cross Republican presidential campaign died Tuesday after Red Created Force staff members flipped over the Petromized in Cass County, Iowa, and was ran by another vehicle, hospital officials confirmed on Tuesday night. Chinese state television broadcast convention detained Swedish human rights worker Tuesday night, patrolling state media offensive accused them of endangered national security by funding grassroots lawyers and what reports about. Erbil, Iraq, the oldest Christian monastery in Iraq, has been reduced to a field of rubble yet another infected an Islamic State group relentless destruction of its ancient cultural sites. Beirut, Britain-based activist group says that Islamic State sent 370 people in capture last week during intense fighting with Syrian government forces in the country's east. Hanoi, Vietnam. The Vietnam government has last shouted against the presence of a Chinese oil rig in the disputed waters of the South China Sea. The group acknowledged the death of the masked militant known as Jihadi China, who appeared in several videos of the adults caught up in the colorable craze have now had a new and more social to participate in libraries and meetup groups. Getaway Bay, Hawaii. Officials Tuesday suspended a massive search for 12 Marines who have aboard 2 helicopters that crashed off Hawaii last week. An Ohio college professor who called Israel a spiritual heritage that Cecilia spoke openly about. Jihad is being investigated by the FBI for possible links to ISIS. 83 Detroit public schools, and roughly 8% of those in the system will all be open Wednesday because of the high teacher absence of the latest citizen teacher staff called in this contact with the state as be coincided with the Obama visit. Shanghai, China's volatile stock markets fell more than 1% on Wednesday about immigration policy. Stimulus provided some support against a backdrop of the first slide of the oil prices in which stock markets across the globe. With Netflix reported this latest financials and subscribe figures after the market closed on Tuesday. Wall Street observers overnight updated downloads for the streaming video chat. Mumbai, Apple has applied its sentiment source in India, one of the world's fastest growing smartphone markets, as iPhone making looks at tapping new opportunities and mid words and slow growth in the main markets. Delta posts $98 million fourth quarter profit on lower fuel prices. Now 69 to 16.02, SP 580 1.33, and Nasdaq 4,476.95. A new report has found that more than 35 million tons of seafood goes on the in every year. Like most oceans have been overfished far more than reported according to a new study. You need the not called pest control, but a new study in the United States has found the home contains more than 100 insects. Scientists have found that the demand about heat absorbed in the world's oceans has doubled over the last 18 years, causing water temperatures to rise and more heat to be trapped across Earth's climate. Successfully lowering fires in the space explodes one step closer to growing fresh produce on long space missions. Detroit F. Michigan Governor Rick Snyder is finding a confused and win over residents when he addressed the water crisis and Flinty was mistaken. American researchers found people with a slow heart rate don't have higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Bradycardia or slow heart rate is clinically defined as having less than 50% of 50 beats per minute. That was led to the Gavi Global Alliance for Vaccines Immunization Group signed a $5 million advance purchase on commitment on Wednesday to buy a vaccine being developed by Merck to protect against future outbreaks of the deadly Ebola virus. In a study of residential high-rise buildings, people who suffer cardiac arrest have a better chance of survival than they live on lower floors and survival odds decreases floor number. Peter Childers, 8:45 on this Wednesday morning. Here, time for Sports Morning. Last night, the Boston Bruins defeated the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. Here, tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at the Toronto tonight, taking on Toronto Raptors. Game time 7:30. What started a brief comment from Denver Broncos quarterback Chris Harris Jr. quickly turned into the back and forth between Denver and the New England Patriots' best players, Rob Gronkowski. Coach Bill Self wants to get to have fun, but Reese Vincent is still wanted him and said left to see certain answers as Oklahoma City is already doing that during the season 9 4 games live. Players will be allowed to wear shorts and practice sweats, and perhaps after European Tours Tournament Committee, IWC voted in favor of the proposal. As the Chargers Rebels continue the process of working out deals for the shared space in the Quanticky world, local authorities and merged that runs together in a limited partnership. Peter Childers is now 8:46 on this Wednesday morning here, and it is start off a travel report. Let's start you off down in the middle here, where 138 in the east spot side's a little slow around the Newport Bridge here. On the westbound side here, 95 on the northbound side, so for 295 work all the way at the downtown power that's here due to some accidents here on 295 here on Route 95 near the Roger Williams Zoo, and another accident on 95 northbound near Thurman's Avenue curve, so expect delays here. 95 on the southbound side, it is so from Technology at the downtown power that's here. 146 on the southbound side, so from Lincoln all the way at the downtown power that's here. 6 Tech Connector is so from Creston all the way at the downtown power that's here. Route 6 is so from Route 120 at Providence all the way at the Creston here. 99 and northbound side, so from Route 126 at Lincoln all the way out to Route 122 Woodsocket here. 185 on the westbound side, so from Route 114 in East Providence all the way out to Route 95 in Providence here. 140 on the southbound side is slow from 195 to Route 6 in Dartmouth here. Route 6 to the eastbound side, it is slow between Sandwich and Barnstable, between Quicker Media House Road and Route 149 here. Up north a little bit. Route 3 to the northbound side, an accident between 53 and out over 228 Rockland, so expect delays here. And then hit brakes again between Derby Street and Higginbotham to the Braintree split. Braintree split on both ends, so 24 to the northbound side. Low from Route 128 in Randolph here. 120 in the northbound side, it is so from Route 1 in Norwood all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham, Southeast Expressway. On the southbound side is back to the north of Quincy. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, so from Braintree split all the way at the Mass Pike. 93 to the northbound side is over to the Boston stretch here. 146 on the northbound side, a little slow before 290 Worcester. 298 in the eastbound side is so from 146 all the way to Route 9. 495 on the northbound side, so from 85 in Milford all the way up to the Westburg. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, so before 495 due to the next to the 495 northbound after the Mass Pike in Westburg, so expect for delays here. I-91 on the northbound side, it's slow from 57 in Agawam all the way up to 291 in Springfield here. I-91 on the southbound side, it's so from Windsor all the way to downtown Hartford. I-80 on the eastbound side, so from Farmington to the next to the I-80 for the eastbound side after Farmington here, and then it breaks again all the way up to downtown Hartford here. I-91 on the northbound side, so from Berkeley Hill all the way up to Hartford here. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, an accident around Route 30 in Freeman, Natick, so express delays at Mass Pike for Natick all the way up to the Austin Bible Tolls. Mass Pike to the westbound side, so for the Natick. Mass Pike to the westbound side, so from airport all the way to South Boston here. 93 on the southbound side, it's back up from Route 485, and all the way up to North Andover, hit the brakes again from Woburn all the way up to the Zankenberg. 93 on the northbound side, so from Woburn all the way to Route 128. 120 southbound side, so from Reddit all the way out to Woburn and hit the brakes again for the Burlington stretch between to the accident on 128 southbound side after Route 3A in Burlington here. 128 southbound side is also slow from Lexington all the way up to Waltham here. Route 2 to the westbound side, so from Lexington stretch. Route 2 to the eastbound side, so from Route 60 all the way out to Fresh Park Parkway in Cambridge here. Route 1 to the southbound side is so from Route 60 in Revere all the way out to 93. Route 3 to the southbound side, it is so from 495 north to the Millwork and hit the brakes again before Route 128 in Burlington here. 495 on the southbound side, it is so from Burlington all the way out to 290 in Barber. 290 in the eastbound side, it's a little slow before Route 495 in Barber here. 495 on the southbound side, it is so from Lawrence all the way out to Route 3 and all here. 293 to the dot by tag. An accident after Route 101 in Bedford, so expect delays here. But otherwise, highways are a little slow before the Mud Pillar stretch, so expect delays. On 99 side by side between Dexbury and Mud Pillar here.
And up in Main turback looking for York Augusta via Ponte there. 295 looking for Portland All in Augusta. And 95 looking good for Augusta all after Holton via Bangor here.
Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts at 8:50 here. So on as enforcement by delays in a disabled bus. Meter rail, Barnes train, 8:14, 9:10 a.m. from Wickford Junction to Department Wickford Junction, 5 to 10 minutes late to the late of our equipment. Barnes train, 8:03, 7:28 a.m. Outbound is operated 10 15 minutes late between Route 128 and Wickford Junction Station due to a mechanical problem here. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 8:51 on this Wednesday morning here. And it is time now for a weather report here. And it's a clear blue starting morning, but it is still cold here. It's your typical January morning here. Clear skies and cold here. And looking at the radar, it is clear. Oh, and we got a hazard wave outlook. Day 1 today, tonight. Hazard wave not expected time. Day 2 for 7 Thursday for Tuesday. This weekend there'll be a risk for heavy storm across the region with winds threatened with a red out southeast Massachusetts. Storm tracks closer to the coast. Heavy storm will be possible far north. Conversely, if the storm tracks far off, should the threat heavy storm will diminish. Then ultimate effects will depend on the exact system at the early stage. The greatest risk of heavy storm appears to be over Rhode Island and southeast Massachusetts, and initial strong winds will close pointed out possible across eastern Massachusetts. Stay tuned to the latest information on the potential winter storm. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Here. Today, sun skies about 31 degrees. Northwest about 9 miles an hour. Gust high 33 miles an hour. Tonight, most skies about 17 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. For Thursday, sun skies about 29 degrees. Northwest about 8 miles an hour. Here. For tonight, close skies about 13 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. For Friday, sun skies about 29 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. Here. For Friday night, chance of snow may after 3 a.m. Most skies about 18 degrees and chance of 30%. Saturday, snow likely after 2 p.m. Clouds skies about 31 degrees and chance of 6%. Saturday night, snow likely clouds skies about 24 degrees and chance of precipitation 7% with blustery skies. Here, Sunday, chance of snow before 3 p.m. Most cloudy podcast skies are about 32 to about 60 degrees and chance of 50%. Monday, most of the podcast skies about 36 to about 24 degrees. And Tuesday, chance of stars. Parts of skies about 41 degrees and chance of 3%. Currently, not first skies at 22, humidity 50%. It feels like 13 degrees, and that is going to be it for Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, January 20th, 2016. I'm Peter Winsor. Be a good morning and good positive. See you at 11 a.m. for the 11 a.m. report.